On this episode of Lost America, Sears. Once America's largest retailer and a staple in many malls across America, Sears is all for practical purposes defunct and lost to history with just 18 stores still in existence as of March 2023. Richard Sears founded a mail-order watch company in 1886. A year later, in 1887, he moved his business from Minneapolis to Chicago, expanding from just watches into jewelry. There he hired watchmaker Alva Roebuck to repair watches. 2 years later, in 1889, Sears sold his mail-order watch and jewelry business. In 1893, Sears teamed up again with Roebuck to found the mail-order business Sears, Roebuck and Company. In 1895, wealthy clothing manufacturer Julius Rosenwald bought Roebuck's share of the company and began reorganizing the small mail-order business. Sears wrote the catalogs for the company, which quickly became famous. The company grew by leaps and bounds as it sold a huge variety of products at low prices, even its own car, the Sears motor buggy from 1908 to 1912. In 1909, Rosenwald succeeded Sears as president of the company. In 1924, Robert Wood joined the company, successfully guiding it for the next 30 years. Wood saw that automobiles were revolutionizing the American landscape in the Roaring Twenties, making retail outlets accessible to more and more people. As a result, Wood opened the first Sears retail store in Chicago in 1925. The retail store concept was such a huge success that in a matter of just 6 years, retail store sales topped mail order sales. Wood's successful guidance kept the company growing through the Great Depression. In 1931, Sears started selling car insurance under the name Allstate. Allstate Insurance was a huge success. By 1941, Sears' annual sales were almost $1 billion. In the 7 years after World War II, Sears opened almost 100 new stores, and by 1954, annual sales surpassed $3 billion, becoming America's biggest retailer. By 1970, annual sales grew to $10 billion, cementing Sears as the undisputed leader of retail. With malls gaining popularity across America, Sears cemented a storefront in many. With business going so well, Sears began construction in August 1970 of the Sears Tower in Chicago, which would be the world's tallest building until 1996 when the Petronas Towers were built in Kuala Lumpur. At its peak, Sears operated over 3,500 stores. Its sales accounted for 1% of the entire U.S. economy, and 2/3 of Americans shopped at Sears in any given quarter. Once a company that routinely adapted to the changing American landscape, Sears began a slow demise. In the 1980s, Sears began to diversify into non-retail ventures. Some notable examples include the following. Sears bought the brokerage firm Dean Witter and the real estate company Coldwell Banker in 1981. Sears started a joint effort with IBM called Prodigy, and it launched Discover Credit Card in 1985. Sears acquired the automotive repair chain Western Auto in 1988 and the hardware store chain Orchard Supply Hardware in 1996. There was also increasing competition from discount box stores such as Kmart, Target, and Walmart, and other department stores such as JCPenney, Gap, and Macy's. In 1991, Walmart took the title of America's largest retailer from Sears. In 1993, Sears ended their mail order catalog. At the time, this was a prudent business decision as the mail order portion of the company was not profitable for decades. However, the catalog had sentimental value to many customers, including myself as a child. I looked forward to the delivery of the annual catalog to pick out my Christmas present in the toy section. With the birth of the internet in the mid-90s, a new revolution in American retail was beginning to take place. Online retailers like Amazon began to quickly transform the American consumer. Sears failed to navigate the online marketplace successfully, likely a result of a loss of focus managing so many other business ventures. In 2004, Sears made a poor decision to merge with Kmart. For decades, The Sears brand meant a balance of quality and price, while Kmart's was cheap and discounted, which muddied the Sears brand. As sales declined in the late 2000s, cost-cutting strategies impacted the in-store experience. Stores became dingy and outdated, driving customers to shop at other upbeat competitors. The 2010s were brutal for Sears. 2010 was the last year that Sears made a quarterly profit. In 2018, Sears filed for bankruptcy after sales dropped a whopping 54% in just 5 years. In order to stay afloat, Sears sold its iconic tool brand, Craftsman, to Stanley Black & Decker and continued to close stores that were not profitable, going from about 700 stores in 2018 to less than 20 in 2023. It is unlikely that Sears will ever revive its brand. Over the next few years, more stores will close until there are none. And with it, a legend of American retail will be lost to history. If you like this episode, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments, and thanks for watching Lost America.